The ocean is a realm of unpredictability, where a serene paradise can transform into a chaotic nightmare in a matter of hours. For the passengers of the Carnival Sunshine, a voyage scheduled for May 2023 was supposed to be a celebration of the Memorial Day weekend, a carefree escape to the Bahamas. Instead, it became one of the most terrifying maritime incidents in recent cruising history, leaving thousands wondering if their ship would survive the return home. The Carnival Sunshine, a Destiny-class cruise ship weighing over 100,000 gross tons, departed from its home port of Charleston, South Carolina on Thursday, May 21, 2023. The itinerary was a classic 5-day Bahamian loop, promising turquoise waters and tropical heat. Sailing south from Charleston, the ship navigated the calm Atlantic waters toward its first port of call, Nassau, the bustling capital of the Bahamas. Passengers spent the day exploring the vibrant streets and historic forts. Following Nassau, the ship proceeded to Princess Keys, Carnival's private resort destination on the island of Eleuthera. Here, guests enjoyed pristine beaches and calm seas, completely unaware of the meteorological monster that was beginning to take shape hundreds of miles to the north. When Carnival Sunshine completed its visit to the Bahamas and set course north toward Charleston, the return trip was scheduled as a sea day, allowing passengers to enjoy the ship's amenities before arriving home on Saturday morning. However, the weather forecast began to worsen. Meteorologists were tracking a developing non-tropical low-pressure system off the southeastern coast of the United States. Unlike a standard thunderstorm, this system was rapidly intensifying into a bomb cyclone, a storm where atmospheric pressure drops quickly, creating violent winds and massive swells. Despite the ominous forecasts, the decision was made to proceed toward Charleston. This course would take the Carnival Sunshine directly into the heart of the developing tempest. By the evening of Friday, May 26th, the blue skies were long gone. As the sun set, the Atlantic Ocean turned into a violent, churning gray expanse. Winds began to howl, steadily climbing from gale force to hurricane force, eventually clocking sustained speeds of over 60 miles per hour, with gusts reaching 80 miles per hour. The size of the waves was staggering. Swells rose to heights of 15 to 20 feet, with rogue waves crashing even higher against the ship's hull. The Carnival Sunshine, despite its massive stabilizers, began to lose the battle against the ocean's momentum. The most terrifying moment came late Friday night. As the ship navigated the treacherous waters, it was hit by a combination of fierce wind shear and a massive wall of water. The vessel listed heavily to the port side. For several agonizing minutes, the ship did not right itself. It stayed tilted. Inside the cabins and public areas, the scene was apocalyptic. Unsecured furniture slid across the rooms, smashing into walls. In the duty-free shops, expensive bottles of liquor and perfume flew off the shelves, shattering on the floor and filling the corridors with the smell of alcohol and fear. On the lower decks, the situation was even more critical. Crew members, usually the picture of calm, were seen rushing through hallways with life jackets. Water had begun to ingress into the crew quarters and the lower operational decks, creating flooding that sloshed back and forth with the violent motion of the ship. The lighting flickered, and the groaning of the steel hull was deafening. One passenger recalled looking out the window and seeing only the dark, angry ocean where the sky should have been. The sensation was that the ship had gone vertical, that the tilt was so extreme the center of gravity had been lost. Prayers were whispered in darkness as families huddled together, genuinely believing the ship was about to capsize. The nightmare lasted for hours, but the Carnival Sunshine is a resilient vessel. The captain and crew fought the storm through the night, maneuvering the ship to minimize the impact of the waves. By Saturday morning, May 27th, the storm had begun to subside, leaving behind a battered ship and traumatized passengers. The arrival in Charleston was delayed by hours. When the ship finally docked, the relief was palpable. The exterior of the ship showed signs of the struggle, and the interior was in disarray. While Carnival Cruise Line later released a statement emphasizing that the ship's safety systems worked as intended and that the vessel was never in danger of sinking, the psychological toll on those aboard was immense. For the 3,000 souls on board, the 2023 Memorial Day cruise remains a stark reminder. No matter how large the ship, the ocean always commands respect. The journey from the sunny shores of Princess Cays to the dark vertical tilt off the coast of the Carolinas is a story of survival they will never forget.